It's been close to 2 months since I've started playing Palmon Survival, and I realized I've never shown what my account looks like to you guys on YouTube. What's up everybody, it's Ploto Gaming here, and in today's video sponsored by the creators of Palmon Survival, we'll be taking an inside look at my Palmon Survival account, seeing how far along my camp's buildings have progressed, what I've researched, what we still have saved up in my inventory, and most importantly, what Palmon we have invested in. I started playing Palmon Survival in August 19th with no context as to what the best build paths are or what the game was even about. Now, nearly 2 months later, I feel like I have a decent grasp of the game, but this video is also a little bit of a cry for help, and I'll be asking questions as we go along. I'm always looking for tips, so please feel free to send any advice my way in the comments below. A little bit of information about myself: I come from a gaming background, playing and creating content for another game published by Lilith named Rise of Kingdoms. So, a lot of my early game decision making stemmed from what I learned while playing ROK, which is another city building war game. Let's take a look at my buildings. As you can see, I really focus on my camp level. I'm up to camp level 29 within 2 months. Definitely spent a little bit to get up to that point, but yeah, camp level is just so important because it allows you to level up your Palmon higher. It also allows you to level up your buildings. Your camp is kind of your heart and soul of all of your buildings, so that's why it's super important to make sure your camp level is as high as possible. Earlier on, I actually focused on upgrading all my Armigo huts as well as upgrading my field labs. And then I quickly realized that you only really needed to upgrade one of them, because I thought that to train, for example, to train level 7 Armigos, I would need to level all of these up to a certain amount or to a certain point, but you only really need to level up one of them, and then all of your Armigo huts could train that level of Armigo. Same thing with Field Lab. I thought I'd have to upgrade my second Field Lab here so that I would be able to level up technology that would have a certain Field Lab requirement, but you really only need to upgrade one of them. The only thing that happens is that you get an extra 0.5% technology buff, which in the long run is maybe worth it, but right now most definitely is not, because I'm still trying to get to that camp level 30. You can see here that we have all of the prerequisites to camp level 30 building up. We have Field Lab 1 to 29 in queue, as well as Squad 1 to 29 in queue, and if we go ahead and level up this building, those are the two things. So right now is actually Gilded Brigands or rat events, and I'm recording this video skipping out on some rats, but oh, let's see if we can join one quick. There you go. Oh, there's another one. Oh my goodness, this is free resources. All right, cool. We've joined 2 Gilded Brigands, trying to get as many resources as possible. As you can see, I'm hoarding all of this up so that I can make a YouTube short about it. But yeah, that is what I've been prioritizing in my buildings. Let's take a look at the rest of my buildings. You can see that my furnaces are, I have 1 to level 25, and I kind of thought that upgrading these would, you know, be good for the long run, but then I realized that I really needed resources, and you get a decent amount of resources from this. You get like 100,000 per hour, which is what, 2.4 million per day. But overall, like, the investment to continue upgrading this would be 53 million, 42.4 million, 17.6 million. So I'm probably going to be upgrading this after I upgrade my camp level. Same thing with the sawmill and the wood stockpile. Honestly, the stockpiles I feel like are not too important to upgrade. I just upgraded them until it didn't say free anymore. Same thing with the pumpkin farm. Don't really need to upgrade these because, I don't know, my Palmon have not been starving yet, so I guess it's fine. Palmon beds, I have not been upgrading it too much as well, but perhaps I should because it does give more XP. But I currently have them all at a pretty stable level, level 18, level 17. I have this one at level 19. Alchemy Lab and these Drumium Sivers, I don't know how to say that word, but these are not really upgraded much as well. And yeah, it's because I've just been focused on this camp level. We're the Palcatcher Workshop though at a pretty decent level, and I'll probably continue to level this up after we finish the camp level. Is because the way that I look at it, even though it only shaves off, for example, only shaves off 8 minutes every single upgrade, at least for this next upgrade coming up, I see Palcatchers as UR Omni tokens. So essentially you're investing in more UR Omni tokens overall. So it does stack up, and I'm probably going to continue upgrading this after. But I think the first thing I'm probably going to be upgrading after we finish camp level 30, which I believe should be in a week, but I don't know. I don't actually know how many resources it will take or how many speed ups it'll take. I feel like it's going to be an astronomical amount and I'm just going to be flabbergasted. But I'm going to be focusing on the power plants because I'm at a state right now where my technology is getting thwarted, and we'll take a look at that later. Squad levels, I have not been upgrading these because I've just been upgrading squad level 1. Hatchery, I feel like is a bit of a scam. The only thing that happens is you get a free egg every 56 hours. Bro, yeah, that's not worth upgrading at all. I'm probably going to be upgrading the power level because my technology has kind of plateaued because I'm running out of electricity. Talk about technology, let's take a look at all of the technology that I've researched. And as you can see, we started off the game super heavily invested in development and growth. Development helps you save speed ups and resources. We could take a look at the technology here. It allows you to, for example, research tech faster, allows you to heal our amigos with less resource cost. So I really want to make sure we maxed out this first, so that we could save as many speed ups and resources as possible, because those are kind of the limiting factors early game that really hinders you from continuing to upgrade and continuing to level up your Palmon account here. Probably gonna have to invest in Guardian Angel some more, but as you can see, this is what I was talking about. The electricity for me is the problem, which is funny because I have a script for a beginner's guide talking about how leveling up your power plants isn't that high of a priority because, especially early game, you don't feel the pinch on electricity, but I most definitely am feeling it now, especially with these later technologies. Growth is also really good because you could see that it does increase how fast you gather resources, and even though it's a really slow process overall, I feel like now that I have my growth fully maxed, it also allows you to, have more lumber output from your sawmills, for example, in your camps and gather more resources in your camp. I feel like now that I've maxed out my growth, I feel like more resources are coming in and resources aren't too much of a problem for me at the moment. After researching development and growth so that I could get more resources while also saving resources and saving speed ups, I went straight into Guild Duel, and I beelined for Elite so that I could get the tier 4 to 6 Guild Duel rewards, and then of course to Ace where I could unlock tier 7 through 9. I feel like leveling those two techs up specifically is super important because in Guild Duel you could get a ton of rewards every single week. It gives you 2 UR Palmon Omni tokens, gives you some evolution essence, gives you some evolution energy. So all these things that continue to make your Palmon more and more strong, gives you even more guild badges. I feel like I'm set for guild badges for the rest of my Palmon career, but just making sure that you gain those rewards and get those rewards, stack them up as fast as possible, felt like a no-brainer for me, so that I could continue to, week by week, I'm not missing out on rewards. I also didn't finish up the whole tree, I just beeline for the rewards. The reason being is because I usually reach the maximum rewards anyways, so I'm probably not going to be working on these new life or get more points for building power. I feel like it's not really necessary because my guild's been killing it in Guild Duel, and then I feel like I'm already reaching the maximum amount of points, which is, I believe, 7.2 million per day. 7.25. So 7,025,000 points is the maximum, and it's not too hard to reach that. I also worked on Squad 1 for a bit. It's super cheap to level up your Squad 1 tech, I found, compared to the other squad tech. So I leveled up my Squad 1 tech, got all of the march speed, and then from there, I didn't really go deeper into all of this tech. Although now that we're going into Season 1, I feel like I should be finishing up this Squad 1. Just because there wasn't really that much fighting in the home server in server 57. And from my experience in Rise of Kingdoms, I kind of knew that everyone in your home server would be fighting alongside you eventually. So it would be kind of counterproductive to research this technology to have stronger fights and be stronger in fights in your own server when realistically you shouldn't be fighting in your own server to begin with. So instead of researching Squad 1 and fighting technology, I kind of just focused on technology for account growth, such as development and of course growth. Now I'm currently working on my Palmon technology so that I could get ready for Season 1, as well as this technology helps with events such as Palaceum or Dojo Challenge or Palmon Trials to get more rewards. electricity is being that big problem where I can't even research this Palmon damage tech because I'm out of electricity. So yeah, I'm probably going to be working on that power plant as soon as possible. I've also been working on airship trading and super armigo tech during guild duel research stage to use the guild badges, just to get that extra daily trade cap increase where I could send out an extra ship to get more rewards and such. And then I don't know what this technology is. It costs, look at that, 114 million electricity. Chance to spawn special airship. I don't know what this technology is, so my first question to you guys is, what is this technology? Is it worth getting? And if you have this technology, let me know. And I've also been working on Super Armigo slowly but surely. Only have 4 technologies on this, but we will eventually want to get those level 9 Armigos, because level 9 Armigos are super broken in this game. And I think that's probably going to be my plan of action, is to speed down the Super Armigo tech to get as close to tier 9 Armigos as possible. Let me know what you guys think my technology plan should be. Should I continue finishing down this Palmon tree? I only have electric and water Palmon, so I was just planning on finishing all of these techs up and then probably switching over to Super Armigos so that we could get through this tech. I'm gonna assume there's gonna be some stoppage where it's like, oh, you need to go through the normal Armigo tech first. So we'll go through the normal Armigo tech and then go into the Super Armigo tech and just try to get to those level 9 Armigos as fast as possible. But if there's any other paths to action you guys think of, let me know. Talk about the future. I usually hoard a ton in games, but in this game, it doesn't really allow you to do so. With Front of the Pack and Guild Duel, I've been pretty much zeroing what I had in my bag to keep up with events. With that said, here is what we got. We have a bunch of chests here. I usually actually open my mystery chests every single day so that I could get as many refreshes as possible on my quests. We have some shrimp, we have some, not that much AP actually. We only have 2.7k AP. The reason being is because I've been pretty much maxing out my AP in every single rad event. And, you know, so I could get as many resources as possible so I could upgrade my buildings, upgrade my camps, and keep the tempo up in that respect. I've been using up all of my skill fruits during the guild duel event as well. We have some emergency spark, which will be useful in a couple hours here, I believe, where season 1, so my camp doesn't freeze. I don't really know what's happening too much with that, but there you go. We have some of the energies, we have some of the evolution essence. I believe the evolution essence event is going to be tomorrow, so we're going to be using that there. And then as you can see, we have some stolen gold, and here we go. This is what I want to show you guys. We have 56 master pal catchers, as well as 1.1 thousand UR Palmon Omni tokens. This is what I've been hoarding up for in preparation for season 1 rather, because I heard that there's going to be some new Palmon that's super good. I feel like we could actually get a sneak peek at what they are from hitting these electric token choice chests, and you can see that there's like this guy, there's this guy that we don't have yet. We have these 2 guys in water type as well that I don't know of, so I don't know if those guys are any good or not. We don't have them in my Palmanac or anything, so we've just been saving up these tokens and these Palmon catchers so that we could potentially max one of them right away. We'll have to see. Let me know what I should be investing into, because I've also been looking at the achievements here, and the fact that they increased the Palmon limit in squads from 5 to 7 kind of buffed these achievements, right? Because it'll upgrade and help out more Palmon than it used to. You can see I've upgraded this to level 2. I could upgrade it to level 3 if I really wanted to, which would cost 550 Palmon tokens. Pretty expensive, but if this will continue to upgrade Palmons and, you know, upgrade the whole squad, I feel like I could see a case where upgrading these guys would be better than upgrading, I don't know, a new Palmon. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, where I should be using these Omni tokens, what Palmons in the new season I should be investing in, because I have no clue. I just heard that this girl's pretty good, and then I heard that this guy's pretty good, so I don't know. I might be investing in those too. Anyways, we could continue to scroll through here. These are all my Palmon tokens, and then we could go into resources. I've used a ton of resources. I went through my bag actually upgrading my field lab as well as my squad 1 to level 29 so I can upgrade my camp to level 30. I am at 479 million gold with all of the gold chests here. For lumber, I am at 518 million lumber. And finally for steel, I'm at 443 million steel altogether. That is not including the choice resource chest, which in terms of choice resources, I'm at 1.3 billion or 1,358 million resources. So in all honesty, I feel like I actually have enough resources already for my camp level 30. And then for XP, it's looking pretty low because right now is the Palmon event where you upgrade your Palmon for guild duel, as well as I double dipped with front of the pack. But I'm at a measly 138 million XP with all of these XP chests. Next, let us take a look at speed ups. For universals here, I have a lot of 5 minutes, and this all equates to 1,656 hours or 69 days worth of universal speed ups. So not too much as of yet. We're still slowly accumulating, and we've been using a lot of it for our research and building. Talking about building and research speedups, I have about 3 days of building speedups, and then for research speedups, I only have 17 hours of research speedups. So I've been burning through my building and research speedups for sure. But what we have a ton of is actually training speedups, where we're at 74 days. You can see we're at 15.9 thousand 5-minute speedups. So that's where majority of the speedups there comes from. And then finally, we also have healing speedups, where we are at 1,587 hours or 66 days worth of healing speedups. So that the bulk of it being made from the 13.8 thousand healing speedups we have in the 5-minute category. And then we actually have 9 hours of breeding speedups as well. Finally, let's take a look at my equipment, and this is going to be another question I'm going to pose to you guys. What's the best way to work on equipment? I'm slowly but surely working that all of my squad 1 will have legendary equipment, and as you can see, I kind of leveled them all up at the same time. I didn't know what the best one was to level or which ones to level for what. And then I only have one, like, I don't know, I just invested all of my, and I'm still investing OPS pearls into this just because I want to see how far up what a full maxed equipment looked like. And I didn't expect it to have like double stars, but I feel like I'm already too deep into it that I have to commit to maxing it all out. And yeah, that you can see there's no OPS pearls on the rest of my equipment, which might be a mistake. I actually have no clue, but yeah, let me know what you guys do for equipment. I'm not exactly too sure, but I've just been slowly but surely working on all of it in terms of leveling up the equipment. I'm leveling them all up at the same time, and then I've been putting all my OPS pearls into one part or one piece of equipment. Do I like spread it all up as well? I don't know. Let me know what you think. Finally, let's take a look at my Palmon. As you can see, I only invested into my squad 1. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Palmon in my squad 1, and they are all leveled up. There's no levels, pretty much no levels. There's a couple level 10 tiers in there, but there's pretty much no levels, no XP on the rest of my squad. And the reason why I have that is because in most game modes and in this game in general, you pretty much only need one squad. So I've been funneling all my resources like skill fruits and XP into these squad 1 Palmons. You can see that this is all maxed out. I'm currently working on my other fully evolved Palmon here. And yeah, as you can see, we have 2 fully evolved Palmon and Bufanobi and Wattweiler. And I'm currently working on evolving my Dolphin into an Adelphanus. And my 2 other max Palmons is Lucidna as well as Mantle Ray. And those 5 Palmon were my 5 Palmon lineup. And when they added 2 extra Palmon to squads, I actually slotted in a Buzzian as well as Fignu. I have no idea how to say this Palmon. I was tempted to max both of them, but I know there's more Palmon coming up, as we said, with this new season. I've been holding off to see what that Palmon might be. And that is it for my count. Let me know what you think and how I can get ready for Season 1. We'll be keeping up the guides on the channel, but I thought I might as well put a video where you guys can help guide me. I'm planning on making a Discord server and creating a Palmon community where I could ask you guys a bunch of questions, you guys could ask me a bunch of questions, and we'll probably make that at 100 YouTube subscribers, so that'll be our sub goal. If we can get to 100 YouTube subscribers, we'll get that Discord started. Anyways, I'll catch you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed my account. I'll see you later. Peace.